Hi, I'm Gina Hoffman. I am a principal business AI business solutions engineer here at Microsoft, and I wanted to give you an overview about our new product, which is App Builder and Workflows. So let's really quick here. At Microsoft Ignite, we announced two new products, and this is part of an agent suite of Microsoft 365 Copilot. And one of the things to keep in mind is that we have options, right? AI is prevalent in everything that we do. While many AI solutions are general AI assistants, Copilot is unique in building work products, right? Being able to get things done for me as an individual contributor in my organization. And so one of the options that I have is to wait for my organization to create agents for me, and that is completely viable solution, a viable option. One is the option of using maybe Azure to create an agent with a model that's specific to the work that I do, and then send that to me so I can use that, or using Copilot Studio. But that requires IT doing that type of work, or potentially a group of makers to do that type of work. But what if I just want to do things for myself, right? Be able to get things done all on my own. Well, now we have an option for us as an individual contributor for personal productivity, or for a small group of people, a small team that we have. And so what we have now is an agent called App Builder that is part of M365 Copilot, and also Workflows that is a separate agent that's part of M365 Copilot. Now, what both of these do beautifully together is they allow me to take my work in my own hands, being able to create an app very, very quickly by just asking Copilot to create it, and then be able to share it with my small team and then get stuff done. Really, ultimately, that's the goal of what these two products do, especially workflows. I can create a workflow and then have that saved for me. So let's look at App Builder first and give you a little bit more information as far as how this actually functions. So the App Builder itself is is accessed directly from M365 Copilot, and then allows me to be able to literally create an app by just asking Copilot and using natural language. And I work here. I work at Microsoft, and I was still blown away at how amazing this technology is. And so um, basically, it does comply with all of the roles and security compliance that is within your environment for Microsoft 365. And mainly the data that is saved in a SharePoint site. So a SharePoint site gets created when an app is created as well. And that is governed by all of the security and compliance that I have in my organization. So let's just see what this looks like. Um, I basically just use the general, and the reason why I use this is because you can do the same thing. So when you open up App Builder, and I'll show you how to do that, you can literally just click on that same button and then walk through the process on how to create an app. But this one is building an app where people can submit ideas, and then the back end, you can actually interact with the form and then see the recently submitted ideas. So all of this is available, and all the data sits within SharePoint. So this is all part of my Microsoft 365 ecosystem. And literally there's no code that I have access to. So all the code for the form and everything literally sits within M365 Copilot, like behind the scenes, right? And we'll go through that in a little bit. But this is just a quick demo of how you can access App Builder. It's going to be under all agents, and then you're going to find App Builder. Currently, I already added it, but you'd click Add. If you already added it, click Open. So you're just going to click the simple prompt, and then you're just going to say Go. So this is for you to test on your own and watch it go through the process. And then within minutes, it's building out. It's using all the vibe coding in the back end to literally create all the different pieces to create this specific app. Now, once it's done, you can go back into the prompt and then curate it. But one thing I would say is right now, this Copilot called this Culture Spark, right? As far as this app, because I didn't name it. It's important for you to actually name, say Copilot, I want this app to be named this. Because as you can see in the SharePoint site, the SharePoint site is going to be named the exact same thing. So up front, name your app whatever you want it to be. and then it'll propagate across the entire process. So here, once the app is created, I can share it with my small team. So you'll see in a moment that this is really designed for information workers and for us to be able to get our stuff done collaboratively together as Microsoft 365 Copilot and the product suite is designed for us to get our work done more effectively. So then you'll be able to access the app directly from App Builder. You can play it, edit it, or share it alike in that process. So I just absolutely loved it. And from here, if you don't like the color or you want to add your logo and all these other things, you literally just go back in and you ask Copilot to do it, and Copilot will get it done for you. So again, this is super easy to use. Keep in mind that this is for basically App Builder is in M365 Copilot, so it's designed for productivity. It's designed for me to get my work done without having to ask anybody else how to actually get this done. It'll literally be with Copilot helping me, which is amazing. But know that if you build a beautiful app and it's a prototype and it's working really well for your team, then the next step is to say, hey, IT or my makers, this really needs to be a bigger app than what I created for myself and my team. So that would then be elevated. And right at this moment, no, you cannot take the information from M365 Copilot App Builder and then just move it over to a Power App at this moment in time. More than likely in the future, it'll happen. I'm not making any promises, but that's what I would ask for. But it's a work in progress, and you could see how the evolution is actually coming. So keep in mind, again, this is absolutely no code, and you don't even have access to the code because it's in the back end, but it's designed for information workers. It's not designed to send out and say, hey, every frontline worker on the planet, you have access to do this, because that's a whole different persona and work that needs to be done from a frontline worker perspective. So information workers can definitely use App Builder. It's different, obviously, than makers who will use Power Apps to actually create a Power App, or Visual Studio Code and code in general. So just understand the purpose of it. It's amazing, but it's not designed for the entire enterprise to use the product. It's for my own personal productivity. So here are some of the different scenarios that you'll be able to test with. So you can put these particular prompts in for productivity, presentation, prototyping, or playing, and you can even create a fun little game if you wanted to as well. And some I actually did that as well, and that worked. So again, App Builder is really for organizing like tech talks or marketing, managing some marketing events and things like that. And then when it needs to be elevated into more of a Power App, or getting other people involved from IT, that's when it would be an app that you'd want to deploy to the rest of the organization. So keep in mind that the other part of it is that there is no automation within App Builder. We're going to talk about workflows in just a minute, but that is a separate app as well. So if you want to use more powerful tools, obviously you'd upgrade to Power Apps and other methods. So how the app agent works is the user intent. So we just used natural language to actually ask a question. And then it's going to look at the agentic reasoning, looking at the orchestration. It's going to create the app code itself. And then it's going to execute on that, as you saw in the particular demo. All of the information in the React apps are within M365 Copilot. So again, you don't have access to the code because that's part of Copilot at that point. But the data itself is sitting in the SharePoint list, and it uses the graph connector to correlate the app with the data, which is in SharePoint. And so there is a way to actually govern this. So for those folks who are in security, don't freak out a little bit here. Number one, you can give access to specific individuals or groups of people in your organization in the admin center that can actually install App Builder. So you have that granular level of control. So there's no worries there. And then once you do give control or you do give access to a specific group of people, you'll then have access to see all the different apps that are being created in Power Apps, in the Power Platform Admin Center. And of course, by now, if you have Power Apps and you're going down this path, you would also have the Power Platform Center of Excellence already installed in your environment, and you're governing everything. So you'll be able to see everything that people are creating. So at this point, when the first step is obviously testing it yourself, especially if you're in an IT or group, go ahead and enable it for just the small group in your team. check it out, see how it works. And then, the next step would be a smaller group of people. So someone from marketing or communications trying it out. And these are some of the links that you can try there as well. So with that, let's go into workflows. Now, workflows is an agent as well. You can get to it from the all agents as well, like I did with the other one. And this is just simply amazing. You can just in natural language ask to automate your own workflows. So I'm going to show you a demo of what this looks like really quick here. And for me, this is just amazing. Again, being able to go into workflows, this is part of Frontier for now, but being able to just in natural language ask how to automate my emails and send me a recap. So in this particular demo, it's each weekday morning, it's going to look at my Teams meetings, it's going to look at all my emails, and I literally put that in natural language, and it's already creating the workflow. I didn't have to understand how to use Power Automate. I didn't have to use JSON code. I didn't have to know any code at all. I just used my natural language to ask the question, and it's building it out. And what I asked it to do is to then take that information and send it out to my Teams team or to my Teams chat, so that when it's done, it's sending me a notification and here's the response. So, and this is of course a demo tenant, but it's going in and now giving me an update on all of the meetings that I need to be aware of or emails that I need to be aware of in my Microsoft Teams. So you can then of course work on this whatever feels comfortable for you. If you wanted it to come back in a separate email on a recap, or if you choose to use Teams, that's your choice as well. Okay, so let's wrap this up. 2 amazing takeaways here. App Builder is for knowledge workers, so keep that in mind. It's used for personal productivity or a small team. It's not designed for large enterprise deployments, which would then upgrade that app to maybe a Power App or a custom app, for your IT organization to deploy. And then workflows is just absolutely amazing. Easily being able to just automate whatever you need to do your own work and for it to be productive for you as well. So I hope these 2 products, you check it out, try it, and see how you can improve your own productivity and within your own team and get things done. So just remember to learn, teach, and grow. And thank you all so much for this time. Have fun, and I'll see you later. Take care.